UFC heavyweight Greg Hardy, or is it like internationally acclaimed music recording artist Greg Hardy? You got the budding music career these days?
You could just call me Prince.
Prince, fair enough. Are you getting into music now? Is this something else? I mean, NFL and MMA wasn't enough?
I've been doing music for about 20 years, man. I think I dropped one when I was with the Cowboys. I dropped one before that. And now that I am a part of the lovely UFC, who does not care what I do as long as I represent the wonderful brand in the right way, I'm able to express myself freely like Americans should be able to.
Awesome. I got a discography to catch up on then. Let's talk about the last one. Obviously, things didn't go your way there. Kind of a frustrating result. What lessons? I know you're kind of learning at this game on the job. So what lessons did you take out of that one?
That one was an on-the-job lesson for sure, man. Dude, I think I have been hearing that some people think that I'm a quitter. That is crazy. You guys have seen me in a full crucifix, my first fight that I quit, dude. 22 days notice, I go to Russia. I fight that guy for 3 rounds. Did I quit then? I'm talking busted face. And over and over again, Jorgen De Castro, I got kicked like 20-something times. I could barely walk. Did I quit then? So on and so forth. So for me, I think I got to just keep in mind the lessons are going to keep coming, and that's exactly what it was, man. I got on the ground. I stuffed a bunch of takedowns after whooping his behind. He did not want to stand up anymore. His game plan was take a bunch of punches, which is a wonderful game plan, and then take me down when I got tired, which I did. And, I had to figure it out from there, and that's something that I couldn't figure out fast enough. Yeah. So I took some time and got back in the lab, man, like a young man's supposed to.
Yeah. It's funny you would say that. I've been hearing people say that I'm a quitter. People have said a lot of things about you, sir. I mean, is that the one that sticks with you the most? Is that you're a quitter?
It hurt me. I'm the Kraken. I'm the Prince of War, baby. When have I ever quit on you? Anybody in this room, I got you. I show up, I show out. You got to put me out. The ref's going to stop it. I'm not going to tap.
So you took 7 months. I know you're a guy that would probably fight every week if they'd let you. Was that on purpose? Did you take some time and say, hey, let's step away? Because you'd been trying to rattle off fights. Was that a conscious decision to say, let's step away a little bit and let's work on the game?
Once you're tied for the most active heavyweight in the world, you kind of get the – no, I'm kidding. It was 100% on purpose, man. Like I was saying, once I hit the ground, it was a problem of solving the situation, solving the problem. And I couldn't do that. And that was an issue for me. And throughout my career, even when I was in that crucifix, I knew the answer. I just had to get to it. And when I couldn't get to it last fight fast enough, I knew at that moment I was like, yo, it's time to take a break. It's time to go back to the lab and find the answers. There's something that we missed.
So they come to you with this matchup after that, right? It sounds like you're talking about like technically improving and getting smarter, but then they put you in a guy that's just probably going to stand and brawl with you, right? Like this is like, it seems like an old school heavyweight fight. So what did you think when this was the matchup they presented with you?
I asked for it, man. I called him out. I was like, let's do it, because I mean, honestly, this is a business, and in a business, you got to have that turnaround fight. And I feel like, from my perspective, I was thinking about myself for one, and secondly, the fans, man. All right, we've had one where we're going to challenge Greg Hardy. We're going to see what he can do. I failed. Happens. I knew that this was going to be my journey from the beginning. It was going to be a little bit rougher than everybody else's. And now it's time to entertain these guys. It's time to come back with the full. And at the end of the day, what guy haven't you seen come in there and try to take me down? Everybody talks like he's going to knock me out. Greg Hardy's a villain. I'm going to put his face on the pavement and bounce it off of it and blah, blah, blah. And then they go surfing for shoelaces, just nose diving. So I still think it's going to be up in the air fight. And I talked to some guys earlier, and I was like, I'm here to be a mixed martial artist, man. So I am approaching this fight ready for whatever, but I took it knowing that I'm here to entertain, man, and we need to get back to that real quick before I go chase this gold.
And you feel like Tai is the guy that'll deliver on that? Because I don't see him shooting a lot of takedowns.
I'm praying for it. My style. Let's bleed. Look, if he thinks that I'm scared, let's meet in the middle, and we'll see who quits or who dies. And I'm down for either.
Nice. Last thing for me, what are you hoping to accomplish here? I know you want to win. Like you said, you always say you're going to put on a show, but do you feel like you're in there to like show some growth or show some kind of like technical advancement in your game, or is it just
for who? I feel like I've given you a lot, right? I feel like generosity-wise, man, I've given you my heart, my soul. I've improved every single fight. And now, man, it's for me. I'm living the dream out here, dude. I just got done playing in a Pro Bowl, and now I'm about to fight on my second Conor McGregor card. I'm having the time of my life. This fight is one I needed. You know, win, lose, or draw. I'm about to go out there and put on a show. I'm going to give you everything that I got, and if it's not enough, we're going back to the lab, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be enough.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
I'm curious, do you feel like you're ahead of schedule or behind schedule in terms of where you thought you would be when you came into the UFC?
It's a crazy answer. I'm ahead of schedule, but it's not enough.
What are the touch points that you use to mark? Like, are there things that you point to say this is why I'm ahead?
Growth, diversity in my ability to manage my martial art archive. I have all these things that I've been learning over the years and months of grueling practices, and when I get into the octagon, my ability to call upon them, use them meticulously in the right time is how I gauge that. And last fight, I showed a lot of growth, from just the fight before it. Managing my systems was not one of those places of growth. So I would say that's the thing that, makes it not enough. There is so much more to go. But as far as being in 3 years of learning how to throw a punch, learning what an underhook was, we're so far ahead of schedule, man.
When you came in, the expectations were so high on you because of what you had done in the past, right? Pro Bowl, NFL player, and such an elite athlete. But what advice do you give to others that look at this? Is patience the number one thing? Because no matter how great you are at basketball or football, it's a different thing when you're standing there in your underwear with a guy trying to punch your head off.
Patience and managing your expectations. It is very hard to live in this world when people love, like my man said, they love to talk about me. And it makes me want to be so much better and go so much harder, so much faster. But you really do have to take your time. You really do have to take your lumps. And you really do have to understand that this is a process. And you need to go through that process if you want longevity.
Of the guys you beat, I don't think anybody you beat is still in the UFC. So I don't know if you're beating them so bad you're knocking them out, right? But the guy, and then they're putting. It seems like you're getting different kinds of opponents. Volkov, a really elite guy that you're facing, albeit on short notice, and then guys that are maybe UFC debuting. Do you want to get more on a consistent basis where everybody you're fighting is on that level, and that you're fighting guys that are in the top 10 or 15, and not just this up and down that you've had?
Managing expectations. 2 fights ago, we were just talking about, hey, is Greg Hardy still in the league? Is he going to fight somebody that's good? Is he going to... And 2 fights before that was, well, Greg Hardy's not fighting anybody. He's fighting trash cans. And 2 fights before that, it was, can Greg Hardy fight? So I just feel like, man, it's been a short run since, not this last January or last whenever it was, 2 Januaries ago when we were walking into New York and everybody was like, why are we letting this guy fight? Like I said, I'm exactly where I need to be, man, and it really isn't up and down. I'm fighting people that have better records than me, that have more experience than me, that have more ring time than me, that have fought weaker opponents than me, and I'm overcoming. I'm the underdog in every one of these situations.
And last thing for me, Greg, or Prince, I guess I should say.
Please and thank you.
You got it. Dana said there was a fighter, I can't remember who it was, but a fairly prominent fighter that got cut a couple weeks ago, and he was saying when you can't win a championship, I'm looking for guys that I believe can win a championship. The fact that you're still here, 3 years later after you came in, does that say something to you that they believe you can still become the UFC heavyweight champion? And do you feel that is in your future?
I feel like those guys see that I'm here to work, that I'm articulate, I'm awesome, and I appreciate the opportunity, man. And I'm going to make the most of it. Some guys, they go out there and they don't make the most of it. And even if they do sometimes, the business end of it doesn't allow you to do that. And I feel like I've maximized on both ends. And when my time comes, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to go away. Still going to chase that gold. So I wouldn't say that I'm here because they know that I'm here to chase the gold. I think I'm here because I'm qualified as hell.
Greg.
What's up, brother?
Are you still training with Rashad?
Yes, sir.
What do you make of his coming out of retirement, calling for that Logan Paul fight?
Bro, he's going to beat the crap out of. He's been practicing with me, man. I've been at 320 up 4 months ago. He's been wrestling a 320-pound savage and beating my behind for about 6 months, man. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that he would destroy John Jones right now, brother. But I think it's amazing. I think that, wow, who says we got to quit? Like, I'm so happy to be out of the NFL where once you're 28 years old, you're trash. You know?
And then, I know you've said you've eyed a career in boxing after this. Lately, we've seen these massive paydays, even for bare knuckle boxing. We've seen all these celebrity crossovers into the boxing world. Are you seeing that payday, and are you still looking for that after your MMA career?
We don't care about the payday, brother. We here. I'm getting paid. Trust me. I don't show up unless I'm getting paid. But first of all, we're not eyeing anything. We're going to boxing. Hopefully, the big man is going to help me do it, and maybe I get to knock out a Sean Merriman or Ocho Cinco, one of those fake heavyweights that don't really want to play this game with me. But it's very serious. I'm coming for Deontay. Just like in this league, man, I'm coming for Deontay Wilder. I'm coming. Did you see that video of him lifting weights?
Yes.
Oh, my God. That guy can beat me, and he can't take me down? Okay. I'm coming for all of them, bro. This league, that league, and I don't want to choose. If I could fight Volkov and then go fight the Bronze Bomber and then come back and fight Cyril and then come back and fight fat Lewis, I'd do it. I am going to do it.
So 2 questions. What do you make? Who do you?
One more fat.
Who do you like in the Fury Wilder, and who do you like in Gone Derek Lewis?
Fury Wilder. I got it. Oh, that's a hard question, bro. I love the Gypsy King. I got to go with the Gypsy King, bro. He's a savage. He's the embodiment of Greg Hardy. Never quits. And then I think I'm going for Cyril, bro. I can't support fat. I can't do it. He's gelatinous. He's lazy. I can't root for him. He's a great fighter, but I refuse to do it. Plus, he talks too much trash about me.
For what it's worth, I think he's trying to lose weight. What is the
Popeye's helping him do that.
what's the issue between you and Derek?
He ran his mouth.
So is that a fight you're just destined to have one day?
Say my name, and I'm gonna come for you. The boss is gonna send me, and that's a guy that wasn't mentioned, but decided to grace his fat Popeye's greasy chicken lips with my name when I was a peasant, when I was a young child. What grown man? What would it look like for me to go attack somebody that just came off the Contender Series right now? You'd be like, he's childish. But you guys let that man gyrate, belittle me? Nah, he needs to be handled. He's an ex-con that doesn't know when to shut up. I'm going to put him down when I need to. And of course, timing's everything. I'm still not there yet, and I'm willing to admit that he is a better man right now. But he's still a fatty.
Tai Tuivasa was out here earlier, and he described himself as fat as well. But would you say Derek's in worse shape?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
He's out there videotaping guys robbing his minivan. Well, what is he? He's not even at work. What's he doing? Come on, man. That guy, he's the kind of guy that waits till the 3rd round, plays possum, and then throws a bunch of haymakers, bro. That's MMA to you? He even told you guys. He looked in all y'all's faces and said, I don't really want to do this. I'm not going to learn wrestling. You remember that, right? What if I said that? That's all I'm saying.
Thank you.
Hey, Greg, over here. When you initially called out Tuivasa on Instagram, what did you see about his game that you felt you would have advantages against?
None.
You were just interested in a slugfest?
I'm a savage. I went and sought out another savage that wanted to fight me, that didn't want to go lunging at my knees.
He's a different kind of savage, though, with the whole spitting in the shoe and drinking out of it. I'm looking for your reaction to that practice.
No, bro. Hygiene. We ain't drinking. You know what? If I bounce his head off the octagon floor and he offers me a shoey, I'll sip it out of camaraderie. But that crap's nasty. Shout out to Australia. I respect what you guys do. That ain't how I roll, though. That's gross.
You mentioned the criticism that you've taken at different times by the media. Do you keep specific receipts, either for motivation or to want to come back at the end and prove people wrong?
Nah, that quitting thing just hurt me. I literally just heard it yesterday. I was like, and it wasn't even the fact that, I think Tai Tuivasa said it. And then some of the other, DC actually said it. He was like, dang, did you? No, like the fact that he asked the question, I was like, what? And the people believing it is what got to me, really. It was like, you guys have seen me time and time and time again, quarter after quarter after overtime, bleed for you guys. Like, why would you believe that?
You're on a different timeline than so many other fighters, obviously, because you came to the sport late and you got a celebrity name and all that. Do you feel any kind of pressure to avoid a loss here to go to a 500 record? That there's any kind of a quicker hook because your fights get much more attention than a guy with your number of fights typically gets?
I'm gonna be 500 if I lose.
In the UFC, excuse me.
Man, I don't know. I don't care. I'm not here to contemplate on losses. I'm here to which is why I was so upset. I'm here to put everything that I have in the ring. I'm here to entertain on the highest level. I could sit here and dance for you, give you the Sean O'Malley, like I'm gonna knock him out in 2. Even when I lose, I don't lose. But that ain't real, guys. I'm the every man's man. I'm the guy that came in here and didn't know anything and told you that I was gonna be here for a long time. And here I am.
Greg, over here on your left. I was just wondering if I could get your prediction for the main event on Saturday.
I want to say McGregor so bad, bro, just because I'm a McGregor fan, but I'm formerly a part of the ATT gang, man, and Dustin Poirier is a savage, so we got to go with Poirier.
Did you have any insight into his camp at all preparing for this?
Nah, I haven't been to ATT in a while. Left there a year and a half ago, so haven't really had any contact with that guy or the gym or his coaches or anything like that.
And we've talked a lot about your desires to transition over to boxing eventually. When we talked to Tai Tuivasa earlier, he kind of laughed off the idea of you competing at a very high level in boxing. I just want to get your thoughts on that.
Like y'all did when I wanted to fight in the UFC. Don't listen to that guy, man. He drinks beer out of a shoe, bro.
Thank Greg.
Hey, Greg, in the back.
I can't see
On
you.
your left.
I can't answer your question either. It's Prince or Mr. Hardy, please, sir.
Apologies, Mr.
No
Hardy.
Yes, sir.
A big part of the fight game is promotion and marketing. Obviously, you're making fun of Sean O'Malley, but it's a big part of McGregor. What got him onto this big stage. And I'm curious how much you think about using the perception of yourself as a villain to that end, like for promotion and marketing purposes.
I'm not a villain. I'm well-spoken. I'm pretty. I eat well. I have kids. I'm a great father. I'm a great citizen. I'm an awesome American. I'm a Republican guy. I vote. What kind of villain would I be? I've never been convicted of anything that they said I was. I mean, dude, I'm a regular run-of-the-mill guy that's learning on the way up, taking responsibility for his mess-ups, and taking over, man. If I bow down to this villainous, cowardice, stigma, dogma that they try to put on me, I wouldn't be a prince now, would I? I'd be a peasant.
So you don't want to use it?
I'm a future king, brother. Why would I bow down? God bless you guys. Thank you.